Hey everyone,
Hey.
welcome to JP's Budget Collecting. We are just hanging out on a Friday night, and we're going to be tapping into this bad boy here in a little bit. I'll give you the story about that here in a second, but we had GTK hanging out with us early. We'll see if anybody else shows up. If they don't, I might even send the link if somebody wants it. But what's going on? My man Daymers is with me. What's going on, Adam?
Yeah, not much.
Yeah.
Just finished up kids' first week of school. And
First week of school.
Yeah.
I bet they were all excited, huh?
yeah.
Yeah, were they?
Well, 6-year-old definitely was.
Well, that's good.
The freshman in college, she was just sort of like, meh,
Yeah. Yeah.
The 10th grader was kind of the same. Actually, he was kind of excited about some of his classes.
Well, that's good.
I think the lowest grade he's made in any class has been a 95.
So he's a nerd.
Yeah.
Good for him. Good for him. I was that kid, so I can't say anything. That was me in high school too. So
He wants to become an actuary.
oh geez. All right. Sounds awesome. TJ, my man, what is going on?
Hey, DJ.
It is awesome to see you. So we're going to be tapping into this here in a minute, and there's a little bit of a story behind this. So, is anybody that's being paying attention to any of my ramble streams has discovered, in June, JP just suddenly decided he was going to be a bourbon guy. So, I'm going to start drinking bourbon. So I think I've tried all of at this point. I've opened 7 different ones that I've tried at this point. So my friend Adam, when we went to C2E2, decided to found this bottle, and I'll let you tell the story in a second, but bring me a bottle of Law's Whiskey House, which I had to kind of look up to see what this place was about. So where did you find this? How did you find this one?
So in town I grew up in, where I went to school, population of under 400, there is a liquor store there.
Nice.
Actually, even more backstory, our county was dry until 10 years ago.
Oh wow.
Which is odd for some people to hear and don't even, some places don't even know what that means. But
I know what that means.
Yeah. And still, now, you walk into a Walmart and all you can buy is beer and lower grade stuff like that,
Yeah.
or any other store besides an actual liquor store. That's the only place
Right.
you can buy actual. Anyway, guy that has a liquor store there, and there's only 6 in the county. He one of his main things, I think it's almost like a personal thing. He likes getting whiskeys, especially odder ones and rarer ones, and so on. So I stopped by there to see what they had and bought you a bottle.
Yeah, and brought it to me at C2E2, and then because of my travel situation, decided not to open it with you there, but I was was hoping to drink it with you, and you went back and the other bottle was still there.
Yeah.
So,
he had 2 bottles, so the other bottle was still there.
So
out of the same cask and everything.
Yeah. So I looked this place up, and they're in Colorado, and basically they make several different stuff, but they're a craft thing, and everything's usually pretty small batch. And the guys basically say,
from the looks of it,
that
some kind.
That they can vary quite a bit even between them because of just because of how small batch they are. There's some variation. You're really not going to get, of course, on a cask strength, you're not going to get the same because it's different barrels. But yeah, so they were just talking I think they make a 6-year bottled and bond, and then they make a straight 4 grain, and then they make a rye. So, and then they do a cask strength. And so this is 57.8% alcohol by volume, which means 115.6 proof. But I think the highest thing I've tried is Wild Turkey 101 at this point. So yeah, I have not exactly went into any kind of high proof. So this will be a new adventure for sure. Not gonna happen. No one wants to hear me sing Lasso. It's bad. It would hurt. The cats and the dogs would be crying and like no. So I think let's crack this open and see what we got. See what kind of pop we get here. Not bad. Decent little decent cork pop. All right, we're gonna pour a little bit out of this and let it breathe for just a minute before we actually taste it. Just enough to get a little. Got to try it neat to start with for sure. Yeah. I do.
And I didn't think to bring any ice up here, but I had some water.
Yeah, there you go. Well, I got a big ice cube, and I'm gonna have to I took some. It melted already in the 10 minutes while we were sitting here before we went live, so a little bit. But yeah, just let her breathe just for a minute. But no, I'm looking forward to this, and I'm glad that we were able to go on and gonna get to taste this at the same time. So that'll be cool. Yeah. So yeah, if we hang out for a little bit after this, if somebody wants to hop on with us, let me know.
DJ, no one wants to see that.
No one. There's no one that wants to see that. And I'll be honest, I told Adam before we went on here, I did not sleep well last night, so there's a fair chance that it might just put me to sleep. I'll just be like, and I was like, Jason, get the tree.
I'll just leave you. I'll leave.
You just leave. You just leave me there, sleeping on the street. That would be great. I do I was telling him, John, that there's actually I got another one in there that's kind of a craft one that I got to try here in another week or so that I'll probably open and try, but that I bought the other day. So not a cask strength. This is for sure. Got a good smell. I don't know that I know what I'm doing though. My nose is not adapted to this, but a little caramely kind of. I think everybody says that though. I don't know. I can't really place it. My nose is not developed for this kind of thing. No,
mine isn't either.
All right. Well, let's see what we got here. Definitely a little burn.
Yeah.
Not bad. Before the burn kind of set in, I like the flavor, and the burn. I mean, it lasts pretty good, but it's not that bad. It's not as bad as I thought. Actually, at 115.
No, it's not that bad. It hit a pretty high point there for a second, and now it's tapered off, and
it's got a nice
burn on the side of my tongues, but not horrible.
Yeah, I mean, you get that flat. You got a flash of heat and spice, and it's the alcohol, but it's not. Yeah, it's not overpowering. I don't know that it really feels. Of course, it's been a while since I've had any, because I think I've been finished off a 90 proof bottle, but I don't know that it feels that much hotter than even a couple of the 100 stuff that I've had. Maybe a little bit. It's pretty good. No, not Dunburn. The liquor. I don't mess with the other stuff. So just never been my thing. So but thank you, Consensual. I guess that earns I think it earns a super chat. So where's our man at? There's Bear Island. Yes! Did you see that? You see how they reacted in the chat? They loved it. Take that, Bear Island. There you go. Melt acetate.
I don't know. I'll have to ask TGC.
Probably with enough time. It might just do that at 114. So, oh goodness gracious. Yeah. So no, that's pretty good, man.
speaking of acetate, not to go like fully down that road and
Oh,
stuff,
geez.
but no, it's oh, I can't think of the name of that the comic book community YouTube awards thing.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I think it's still maybe going on right now, but I caught it a
I
little
think
bit
they were
earlier.
going to announce the nominees
Finalists
at some point, or the
tonight.
finals
Yeah.
at some point.
Right.
Yeah.
They started 40 minutes ago.
Oh, okay. That's going on right now.
You got nominated. You're one of the finalists for channels between 1,000 to 5,000 for speculation news.
Speculate. I'm like the anti-spec dude. But all right, okay. I didn't know. What was it? SureCam said I know he put out a thing where he said that he was gonna nominate me, but I don't know if anybody else did. But yeah, so that is much appreciated. That is very nice that people nominated me for that. I cannot. Yeah, that's awesome. So then I actually made a finalist. I don't even know what to think of that. So I have to drink some more. I'll drink to that. There you go. So there you go. I do like it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got
a nice taste after it sits for a while. I mean, after, the taste lingers in your mouth, and it's not like I need to chase this with something to get away.
No, it's definitely not. You definitely don't need, like, once you get past the burn, like, it's got good flavor. It's got a good taste. Mm-hmm. Kind of, it's a buttery kind of. I'm not, like I said, I'm not well developed to really know the way they say those things. But to me, I think of like a little bit of like.
I mean, it's got your classic caramel and butter, and
Yeah.
But all whiskeys have that to a certain extent.
To a certain extent, for sure.
Yeah.
Channel is an award-winning channel. Are we getting awards for Ryan now? I don't know. Do I know what's going on? I don't know that I understand that reference, John. So I don't know that I understand that reference. So seeing the link, John, so you can come on here and tell me. So there you go. Somebody else wants the link. They just have to tell me. Yeah, we're just hanging out.
Yeah.
But I do not know what he means by are we getting an award for Ryan. I don't know. Oh, wish we were. Well, I never go into those kind of things. The fact that I got nominated, and then the fact that I was a finalist is, beyond any expectations I would have such a thing, because this is just my play hobby, something to do. Like, there's a lot of people that take this a lot more seriously than I do, for sure. This is not an official whatever report. This is a Friday night bourbon tasting.
This is an unofficial bourbon report.
This is I'm changing my channel. We're coming to bourbon channel. No, we're not. But I cannot afford to become a bourbon channel. Those are. No, you think comic books are expensive? Frick. And those are consumable, so you have to replace them. Yeah. No, we're gonna, but we might, do a little bit of here. So finish this off, and then I might try it with a little ice and see what I think of that. Went down the wrong pipe a little bit. That's a little hot for that.
My first one went up the wrong pipe just a little bit. I pushed my tongue up too soon, and it. Gotcha. Yeah, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, that was a little extra burn. So, that was a little self-inflicted.
Budget bourbon channel.
Yeah, budget bourbon channel. Is there such a... Well, there is budget bourbon.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Get a little bit of water that had melted off my ice out of there.
I don't know if you'd want to do that, though.
What?
Review budget bourbons.
Not really. I mean, I've done a couple of, like, I haven't like spent any big money on stuff. The most expensive one was that Missouri one that I bought the other day. That I'll probably do in a week or so. I'll probably do something similar. Because I've only done like like some $30-$40 stuff or some $20 stuff like Woodford, uh, Woodford Reserve, Knob Creek 9-year, Buffalo Trace, just the regular, Elijah Craig. I guess the Four Roses single barrel was fairly expensive for me. It was like almost 60, and then that Ben Holiday thing I bought the other day was like almost 60. But otherwise, and then I bought like Evan Williams Bond and Bond. It's like $17. So,
Yeah.
This is due to become a
Get on here, John.
Well, drinking whatever that might be the case.
So Lasso only bought 3 things total at C2E2, and 2 of them went to get graded.
Nice.
And they were,
my dog is going nuts for some reason.
And the third thing is this.
Because that's the only thing you got to take home with you.
Yes. So that was a rye cover done by Metcalf. Scoot over here. Where'd they go? Oh, they're in there.
Yeah.
So here's what what
it looks like. Very cool.
This cover. Of course, it's
Very
got
cool.
Midtown sticker on it on the thing.
On the bag.
We're about 3 of them to hopefully send in 2 to have.
Nice. Get you a slab copy.
And hopefully get one
slab copy in the art. Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, no, consensual. I drank in college, but I was not a big drinker in college. Did more of that later. Grad school taught me some of that.
I was for the semester I went, which is why I only went a semester.
Ready for other guests. What are you talking about, John? I've never spent too much time. I got to give you a hard time. So, but yeah, you don't not feel obligated. I just sent you a link if you wanted it. So, if somebody else wants a link. They just have to, chime in here. But all right, let's see what it is with a little ice. With a little ice on it. Mellow out that heat maybe a little bit. Let it sit for just a second. So, and this might just be us, and then we'll be out of here in like 20 minutes too. So you said you just were going to try it with a little water. Is that what your plan here?
Yeah. I just add a little bit of water because I didn't think to bring up any ice, and it's 2 floors below me. So
that's okay. Yeah, you don't have to run down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that a while ago. Like while we were just sitting here. I was doing that when I was distracted when he was trying to tell me that I got nominated for the award thing, which is like weird, and I don't know I don't know what to think about that.
You'll have to go and watch the video.
Yeah, I'll have to go back and watch it.
I started, I guess it went on at 8:30 our time, and I started watching it about 8:45 and was just sort of going up through the categories.
Yeah.
For about 10 minutes until I caught up to live, and then I came over here.
Gotcha. Well, I'll have to go back and check it out because that's pretty nice. I can't believe I'm very appreciative. So to be nominated, and I have no delusions about winning, but I will take being nominated.
Well, I think it's nice that they broke it up into subscriber count categories.
Oh, for sure. Oh, wow. That's good.
Yeah.
Like it takes the top off of that burn, and like you just get the flavor.
The water did the same thing
with the ice. Oh, did the water do
the ice would probably be better than the water, but
yeah. But yeah, that's dangerous because I could drink that. without too much effort. What's going on? I just heard a weird noise coming from the other room where my dog was going nuts a minute ago. Not happy with me going live, apparently. So, definitely not. So, what else is going on, man? How's life treating you?
Not too bad.
Not too bad. Anything exciting happening at work?
Thankfully, no.
I know that feeling. I know that feeling for sure. Yeah. Yesterday.
Although there might have been like one day earlier this week that it was just a madhouse of gathering information and stuff. No. Nothing, no, fires to put out or anything. But my manager had to give a report, his monthly report to his manager. So he was wondering where the status was of some stuff I was working on, and I was working with 4 other people, so I had to get their statuses and compile it all that type of stuff. So.
Oh, I had some unwanted excitement at work this week. So I came back. I was on vacation last week, so I took off the week after C2E2, and got back, and I had a meeting because I had a meeting on one of my projects like right before I left. So I was trying to give with the power company and other people we were working with. And so I was giving an update to the folks in our staff when I got back. So I didn't get a chance to do it before I left. And so I was doing it when I got back that weren't at that meeting because we don't flood those meetings with everybody that's involved. And I went in to get some stuff for the meeting, and I have a folder that's on our OneDrive. You're the IT guy that and I put it there because so everybody could put their stuff in there so we could all use a master folder for this project. And I have not talked to the person yet to find out what the heck happened, but one of the people that was on the project recently changed jobs. And while I was gone, she deleted the folder, and it had 5 years of everything related to this project.
Nice.
So luckily, it was still in the recycle bin. The IT lady was like, "Oh, it's all here, 11,000 files." A lot of those were photos and stuff, but there was 11,000 files that got deleted. I was like, "Oh no!"
Actually, what my whole project has been about is we've got a bunch of file servers, old-fashioned file servers, with terabytes of data. And we're moving it to SharePoint and OneDrives and stuff like that. And
well, I'm about to back up that whole folder somewhere else.
Well, normally it takes snapshots for 30 days.
Well, it was all still there. It was in the recycle bin. We just had to restore it. But I don't know what the person was doing. If she was trying to delete something she had on there, or move or copy, because she was changing positions and she was trying to copy some of the old files over or something. But it was all gone. I was like, oh no, this is not good. So, hey, see what's going on, my friend? We were just hanging out, sipping a little, having a little drink and chatting about whatever on a Friday evening. So.
I like how 6 minutes ago John was like, "Oh, I didn't realize you sent me the link already,"
and then he didn't come. Yeah. He doesn't want to hang out with me. He doesn't like me.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's I hang out with you too much, which I get because I totally get it because we're gonna do D&D on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Monday's another Comic-Gories because we had back-to-back weeks this time.
Oh.
Okay. Tuesday is Black Hammer next week. So he's got me 3 nights in a row. And then Kate is supposed to be on with me to discuss Paper Girls on Wednesday. So, so I totally get why he's like, no, I'm not dealing with that person anymore. No one should actually have to deal with me that much. It's really, that's above and beyond. Anyone having to deal with me. Sabotage. Who's sabotaging? What? Isn't it about time you sent TJ another A-OK? Is that? I know.
The great legend.
Oh, the Great Legend. What is going on? I have not seen the Great Legend in a chat or anywhere for a while.
I haven't
Hello,
either.
sir. Welcome. Perry, that is going on. I should make Johnson Perry the link. Johnson Perry the link. Because I know I got his email somewhere, but Perry probably won't come on. He's probably playing chess. Trying to, he's going to be a great master or something. Although I've seen Perry play chess, and I don't think he's going to be a grandmaster. No offense, Perry. I would never be either. So you can probably already beat me. So that's, but without too much trouble. But I don't think you're going to make grandmaster, Perry. I'm not sure about that. But yeah, this is. I have to say, I'll have to finish it off because it hammered the ice, like hammered that little ice cube. Of course, that ice cube had been sitting there for like 15 minutes, 20 minutes before I poured any whiskey on it. So it was getting, but still, it's watering down. It's almost too far now. I'm gonna have to drink it before I. 25 years ago, yeah. I'm ready to start calling Grandmaster Perry, just for the hell of it. And like half those people that do chess stuff on YouTube, they claim to be really good. They're probably not that good. So you just claim yourself Grandmaster Perry. Take the title. Who's gonna check? Really? What are we sipping on? Yeah, for those that came in late, we are sipping on Law Whiskey's House. 4-grain straight bourbon whiskey. Their Cask drink. Can't even talk. I've only had a little bit, and I'm already slurring. 57.8%, so 115.6.
I read where they do it 60, 20, 10, 10 on the 4 grains.
Yeah, I think so. It does say. Does it say on the back?
It doesn't say that anywhere on there, but I saw that on a few videos. After I bought the bottle, I was like,
okay,
before I give this to him, I want to make sure it's not absolute crap. So
hey, there's Johnny.
Sorry,
I'm cleaning up comics. What the heck?
I'm cleaning up. I did a show earlier with Simple Simon, and I still got my junk everywhere.
Well, that's like normal.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, it's a craft distillery out of Colorado, Perry. So they don't have a very wide base that they send to or make very many different stuff. So,
which is why whenever I saw it, having never saw it before, I was like, I'll get that for him. Something totally different that he won't normally find, even if it's not the best in the world, it'll be different. And the bottle's cool.
Yeah, the bottle is kind of cool. So. Yeah, I saw you're doing all your comic T-shirts.
Yeah, I had a giant pile of the comic community. In fact, is that a community shirt? What is it? What are you wearing there, Adam?
No, it's not a community shirt.
Oh,
it's
Bob Ross.
Bob Ross,
and he's doing the Wu-Tang. I love it. Nailed it. Love it. Yeah, I was just kind of going through. I got some fun. The girls aren't in here, so that I can do it. I got some cool Lego minifigures that JP I think you'd like.
Oh, nice.
Let's see which one would you like the most. Well, I know the one you'd like the most is this guy. Let's see.
Lasso. Yes, it is Lasso. It is definitely her brother. No, it's not even looking yet to see the. Oh, what?
It's
screen.
It's Nightwing with the deep V.
Disco Nightwing. You got
right?
Go Nightwing. Come on.
I got Disco Nightwing. I got the Beast Boy.
Very cool. Yeah, I thought you got a bag of X-Men. So yeah. Oh,
Raven. Cyborg.
Oh,
I got the OG Teen Titans.
Oh yeah. Little Starfire.
Which this is my second Starfire. I think I've got another one. Yeah. So I got like 2 different versions of her.
Oh.
One with the more pink hair, one with the more red hair.
Yeah.
So I got the original Teen Titans, and then he sent me a whole set of lanterns. So I got.
I thought you got X-Men, so that's cool.
No, it's all DC. Yeah,
all DC.
Nice. You got Jessica Cruz.
Do you have the old Flash?
I don't. No, I've got obviously the newer one. You got the look at the bowl cut Guy Gardner.
Never gonna happen last time. I don't even know if I can find it at the moment. It's like in the basement in a tub.
John Stewart.
Nice.
And of course Hal. So I got a Green Lantern Corps and the Teen Titans. Pretty cool.
They're just figures, Perry. He just got.
They're just the figures. It's not part of a set. These were like,
Last I was like, what the heck? Where's the Wonder Woman stuff?
Sorry, buddy. I mean, I
The
do
best
have
Joker.
her. I have her invisible jet. I just haven't built it yet. I haven't put it back together yet.
The best Joker,
The Joker with the bomb.
Yeah.
My favorite Joker is the Lego Batman Joker.
Ooh, nice.
Two-Face and his henchmen. I didn't get down. I've got like 3 different Batmans.
Oh,
Most
man.
of my stuff is Marvel, and then I've got.
I have not went down the Lego
Nice.
road. I keep telling myself I want to.
So, I got the Golden Age Green Lantern, and he even has like a lantern, like he can shine it.
So most of my stuff came from my son liked Legos,
Yeah,
and then he decided he didn't, so I saved the minifigs.
you gotta. It's the best part.
And then I actually boxed up his other stuff and put it away for him. I thought he might want it.
Don't do it. Don't do the Lego.
Yeah, love the Legos.
But my main thing is the He-Man. Where are they? Mega Constructs. That are the.
Oh, I don't know these.
Well, they
Oh, interesting.
they make a.
I don't think I've seen those. If I don't remember.
My thing back here is horribly destroyed.
That's not good.
Yeah. Well, I've just got too much crap back here.
Too much crap. Yeah, like I don't want to do like the Lego sets, but I wouldn't mind doing like the minifigs because they don't take up much space.
Well, and that's the cool thing about the con. Certain cons will have guys set up with all characters and all different histories, and you can just grab the ones you want to get. Sometimes it's like 5 for $20. You get 5 figures. You can get all the guys you want.
Yeah.
So at this point I've got 3 different versions of Dick Grayson.
Nice.
I need to get the blue Nightwing, the traditional, like modern, current, whatever.
Modern, yeah.
I've got the red Nightwing with the like red logo on his chest, which was like 3 iterations ago or whatever, 2 iterations back.
Yeah.
And then I've got Dick Grayson Robin.
Right.
And now I've got Disco Nightwing.
Yeah. Of course you're allowed to watch this if you're drinking beer. We already did the tasting. Now we're just drinking.
And I
what is John drinking?
I specifically went and got a bourbon. I got my Woodford Reserve giant bottle of Woodford Reserve. Is that G.I. Joe?
No, that's He-Man.
Oh, He-Man. There you go.
Yep, they made a whole series of even figures and stuff. So I got that. Here's the.
I don't think I was to
They sort of started off as an unlicensed, not unlicensed, but Lego compatible.
Right.
I just keep
their
mine.
figures are more. Their figures are more figurey.
Figures are more figurey.
I just keep them in little Tupperwares, like little containers. So I got 1 for the DC, and I probably need 2 for the Marvel at this point. Although now I got a lot more, so start throwing them in. Perry would like. I got Lobo.
Lobo.
Keeping my Masters of the Universe stuff
Perry.
back there with my Masters of the Universe, but then my other minifigs, I've got a little shelf. Just doesn't.
Gotta have it, man. Now I've got so many Iron
What up there?
Mans,
Those are all little
and so many Batman.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
up above that case.
I see it.
Yeah.
That's a nice way to display them.
Mm-hmm.
And some old muscle men from the 80s, too.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Perry, we're commenting on your Lobo, so you don't.
I mean, that's a cool Lego set you should look at, Perry. It's got his bike. I think Superman is in that one too. They throw in a Superman fig. I know you don't care because you're a Lobo guy, but it's a cool set. Oh,
Nice.
wait. Sorry. I got to remember which one came from.
Which one came from which?
Yeah. I can't remember which Starfire was the one that he sent me. I think it was the pink hair one.
Oh yeah. So Perry, this is my loft, and in it, it's got a vaulted ceiling. It's drop ceiling though, because it didn't. Whenever we went to buy it, it didn't have quite enough insulation, so had to insulate this a little bit more with a drop ceiling. But on the other side of that wall is my living room that's got a actual full vaulted ceiling. So it's a, and then there's a walkway that goes down over and down through the middle of my living room across the ceiling, I guess it would be normally. It's made out of logs.
Very cool. Very cool.
The house was originally a log house, and then it got to leaking a little bit, so they put siding on it, but all the exterior walls on the main floor are still log walls on the inside.
Oh, just on the inside?
Yep.
So they covered up the logs with siding?
Yes, because they didn't keep it painted and stuff correctly, so it started leaking, and they started getting gaps, and there was no real easy way of fixing that.
Yeah.
So.
Gotcha. They didn't take care of them. So.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
But it looks nice on the inside. I mean, and there's, I can fasten to anything to any wall, exterior wall.
Anywhere. You just put it wherever you want. Wherever I'm going to do it. So now girls started school. Did you start back again, John? This week?
I am not back. I had camp this week, still summer camps at the school where I work. But I am a full sports dad now. That's all I got. George. Yeah, so we got.
Look at this shirt, bro.
There you go. Did you see that what was it this week, that he's going to be in the new Spider-Verse stuff?
That's been the rumor for a long time, but yeah, I did see the key collector alert that.
Well, I didn't see it from Key Collector. I saw it somewhere else. Was like saying that it was Yeah,
he's they featured him on the board game that is the Trouble board game for the movie.
Okay.
So, one of those toy spoilers.
Yeah.
I'm excited for it, man. I hope he's not the villain.
I'm sure they're gonna go with the what is it, the
Scarlet Spider.
Chasm person.
Yeah.
George might would throw things through the screen if he.
I'd just walk out of the theater if that was the case.
It may just sort of be like, Spider-Man 2099 was in the last one.
Just right at the end.
Right at the end.
Isn't that
we're crushing his dreams at the moment.
Wasn't that Oscar Isaac that did that voice? Who's doing that voice?
Yeah, it's Oscar Isaac.
Yeah, that was cool.
He's doing that voice.
But 2099 is like the new sidekick / main character of the next movie. So if they did that with Riley, that would mean that he would be
the main villain.
In the third movie, he would be the big character. So
there you go.
Adam, you knocked that off.
Those are high hopes you got there.
Yes, those are very high hopes for.
Hey, I redid my comic book room.
Nice. Are we gonna get it? Is this the room tour?
Sure, why not? So my wife did this while I was at C2E2.
Oh.
She bought these shelves.
Oh, very nice.
And so there's another one over here.
Oh, we got drawers underneath.
Yep, and we're still in the middle of we're not completely done with it yet. So there's you look over here, you're gonna see some drills and hammers and nails and whatnot. So we're still working on it. But over here, it's gonna be a retro gaming hub.
Nice.
Was
that a Superman
uploading NES?
Up above
we got
there?
A Nintendo, a SNES, a GameCube, N64, PlayStation 1, 2, and 3.
Oh wow!
I have that same Superman metal tin. I have that same Superman. The one on the right. The one on the right.
Okay.
Oh, the one with the letter G?
No, the long rectangular one.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
The letter
Kate bought
is
it.
for
Kate bought it
George.
for me.
Letter G is for George.
Yep.
Thought it was
That
for
Lego
Superman.
Superman, I thieved that while I was working at Walmart. It was
Nice.
part of
Ah.
a display.
So, well, we got a confession on tape now. Popo
Yeah, but I don't work there anymore, so we're good.
What's the statute of limitations on that?
Dude, I think I'm just about in the clear. I'll be
You're on the clear. That's good.
I've not been with Walmart now for almost 7 years, so
Oh,
And the price of it probably puts it down to non-prosecutable.
yeah.
no. Come at me, bro.
Come on, you're right, Superman sign.
My local my local Walmart is the second one in the world.
Oh wow, yeah, number 2.
Yeah, store number 2. Yeah.
Well, yeah, you are Arkansas, so.
Yep.
Dude, so I went to.
It's in its 4th location.
Is it
town.
really store number 2 at that point?
If it relocates, it does keep the store number. I know.
I mean, it's in the same town. They just had to, because it used to be on like the square in the 60s before I was born, and I've only remember it.
So only John was around to remember that.
Yeah, I only remember it in 2 places: where it's at now and where it was in the 80s.
Gotcha.
And it was
How far away are you from Springdale, Arkansas?
Hour and a half.
Okay, because I visited there a couple years ago for my current job. They have a Whataburger there. I was wildly excited about that.
Depending on how you came down, you either came within 5 minutes of my house or an hour and a half from my house because you came down another way.
I came via airplane.
Oh, okay.
Magic Lasso was asking for the poster. Go ahead and give him a close up of that.
Okay. Yep. Find the right button.
This is a gift from my dad, which is pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool.
All right. So what the hell were we talking about before I jumped in here and hijacked everything?
I don't think anything particular. So.
JP was struggling. He's just like grasping at straws. He's like, John, you're starting school.
Over the Comigory categories for this.
Go over the Comigory categories.
I am legitimately excited to hope that you and Biggie end up in the finals. On Monday.
Oh, so
I'm splitting you off. I'm giving you each somebody in the first round so that there's a possibility you go head to head in the final.
Well, because of the current reorganizing of my comic book room, my comic books have never been better organized than they are right now.
Ooh.
So not only are they organized, but I know where they all are. So I should be able to, if I don't choke, this is a choke factor. You get 30 seconds and you're
right.
But if I don't choke, I know where my shit is at, and I should be a little more fluid and not relying on those at-home points that I always
I was thinking of giving you Superpower Review Kevin because you're both Spidey fans to go head-to-head there in that first round.
I really like Superpower Kevin. Like, me and him get along, so I would love to go up against him.
And then I was going to give Biggie Sove Collector. Both really good. I mean, we have 4 epic collectors in this show. You got to be watching it.
So what I want to know is Kevin just going to play like ASM 300, a different copy, all 6 rounds? Like,
I've never had anybody do this, but it's completely feasible.
This is a different copy.
I know, right? The barcode is different on the slab.
Yeah.
So I drink a lot of these little tubes, right?
Yeah.
But my memory has taken me back. I think I've gone up against Karate Kevin in the past.
Oh, really?
You really?
I think I beat him, but I'm not 100%. And it may have been on when Matt had it.
I was gonna say I don't think
that's because I don't remember that far back. So
I don't think he's played since I've been on the show. So it would have been with Matt. I do know he's played, but I think it was the last time he played was when Matt was.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that me and him have tussled before. And,
Oh, nice.
but yeah, no, it was a good matchup, and but dude, he's got an ill collection.
He
Oh,
does.
yeah,
He does.
That is not a layup.
And so does Sove. Like Sove is not he doesn't mess around either.
I don't know about Sove. Like, what is he?
He's
into?
a Marvel guy. He's an X-Men guy. He's so he's got anything in that bronze, silver Marvel is he's down.
Yo, dude, Matt is living the life, man. He's doing good.
Yeah.
He is.
He's
working hard. I mean, as if it wasn't hard enough with 7 kids. Like, he's also got a whole church that he's taking care of.
Yeah,
yeah.
I keep forgetting I've got something I got to send him, but
No.
Oh my God, I remember. I was watching a live stream with him once, and I think I was on the chat with him, or I was in the chat. I don't remember, but Steve from Geeks, Drinks, and Comics made a comment of, oh man, I want to see that play, Book of Mormon, which is not a play that is favorable to that faith, and not knowing at all that Matt was Mormon, and Matt does. I'll send you a Book of Mormon.
that sounds like Matt.
Yeah, he texted me afterwards. He's like, "Fuck, man, I didn't know."
I didn't either for a while.
Well, he did.
I knew he was religious and stuff.
He's not wildly preachy like that. That's not. When you're doing comic book stuff, it's best to not go wildly preachy. It's best to not go political. We can deal with all those issues outside of comic books. Like, and
I don't want to deal with them.
I mean, most of us come to comics as an escape, right?
Yeah.
It's not. We're not here to like start something.
Even if I agree with the politics, I don't want to see them.
Yeah.
Well, that is true. Yeah.
It's what your wife wants.
You're never gonna get it.
Hey Perry, Live TV is back on the air, bro. But it's under a new name. Perry hit me up with the nickname of Live PD, because I had to leave a stream once to go wrangle up a burglar at my work.
How did I miss this?
Dude, it was on one of 84's streams. This is probably like 3 years ago.
Oh, okay.
And he was doing like a giveaway, and I was joining for it. I joined him for it, and I got a call from my work's security team, and saying, "Hey, the alarm went off," and I'm a manager there, so I had to hop in the car and drive on down there, and then I once I scoped out the location, I realized it was a false alarm. I jumped back into the stream from my car, on location, and that's when Perry called me Live PD.
Live PD. I used to have to do that. When the alarm would go off at the office, I was on the list, and luckily I have not been put on the list for a while. So thank God, because all right. I don't think our alarm does it nearly as much as it used to. It used to go off all the time.
Yeah, we had a pretty finicky alarm, or on like a Friday, people would go home for the day, and then oh, I left my phone at the warehouse, so they'd go waltzing back in like they own the place and set off all the alarms. But it's all good. John, so here's the deal, man. 3 of the people in this panel went to a convention recently.
Yeah.
What is your next big convention that you're gonna try and get to?
Oh, well, they moved MegaCon to be the same time as C2E2 next year, so apparently they're battling over the same weekend next year.
Right now they
which
are.
Sucks, because I was planning to try to get to MegaCon to see the Florida contingent. There's I had basically was ready to buy tickets when COVID originally hit.
Yeah,
that was my plan. I had done auctions, getting money together so that I could buy the ticket and do the thing. And then it was COVID hit, and it was well, crap, I'll buy a Grail instead. So I keep trying to get down there, and see Perry, see Rod, Alex down there. I mean, so just like do that contingent. I'm not ready to do C2E2 yet. Just watching the videos of you guys, like it's too crowded. Like I hate crowded. Like I don't. That's way too. Like even Sunday at SDCC was too much for me. I was like, this is just batshit crazy. I don't want to be like elbow to elbow everywhere I go. Like that's just that's too much.
Yeah. Well, we were talking that we don't want to go back to C2E2 next year. We want to hit up a different con, and MegaCon was on that list because there's so many people in Florida already organically, and
right.
It'll be in March next year, which will be, cold where I'm from,
but nicer in Florida, right?
Yeah, it'll be fantastic
as long as they don't get like a hurricane.
But what I'm looking for is a con that does on-site grading next year because I really missed that this year. I loved walking in with raw comic books and walking out with slabs it felt so good.
Yeah. I mean, I want to do WonderCon again, which is my backyard convention. I think I liked it. I liked it a lot. It's in Anaheim, and I don't remember when. I'll check the dates here for next year. I want to say it was in May. WonderCon 2023. There we go. I knew I'd searched it recently. That's the 2022 dates. Front page. They've got the 2022 dates up. I don't see the 2023 dates.
Last time I drove through Wisconsin on my way home, and I thought about you after I left the state of Wisconsin. I was like, shit, I should have dropped by and saw Lasso. Next time, brother.
Wait, when is MegaCon next year?
I don't know. I know C2E2 is
March the 30th through April the 2nd.
So it looks like WonderCon is the week before. If WonderCon is the 24th to the 26th of March. Why is everybody pushing to March? Wasn't everybody used to be in like May?
Well, C2E2 was always March. But what MegaCon was June the last time before COVID hit. It was supposed to be in June, so
Everybody wants March now.
Like C2E2 was usually March and April. Is when it's been like into March, early April is when it had been historically.
Maybe it's better for the dealers so that they're just like they block out like a month of time.
Yeah, right.
Go from con to con to con. That could be, but I'm speculating.
But there's so many cons. I feel like you could stretch that over a long time.
Yeah.
So
where's Hyde? What's going on?
I would definitely like to hit up WonderCon again, just even if it was just for a Saturday or Sunday, and just kind of go. I did it with Jeffrey, obviously, like in 2017, 16, something like that.
Dude, I think it was in 19.
Was it 19?
Yeah,
I don't remember.
It's been forever.
I know he had just went blonde right before you guys went out. It looks like someone beat his ass with a bottle of bleach.
It's so funny. It was awesome.
I love Jeffrey, dude.
I know.
Definitely miss seeing him. Yeah, I miss seeing him a bunch.
So. I'm in a chat with him on Instagram, and he comments pretty frequently, so he's still around. I know.
Oh, totally. Yeah, I can find him on. Like he was talking to me about the She-Hulk show today on Instagram. So.
Dude, I had a good time watching that episode.
I hear good things. I was gonna watch it tonight, but the girls, they're all running around doing stuff. So I was like, all right, over.
Oh,
that is pretty.
Is that Nakayama? Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
I don't think I'd seen that one.
Is that going in the Daymare's PC?
Yeah.
That's
is because it's a Bambox exclusive.
Oh,
gotcha.
Do you remember me talking at C2E2 about this one? That I said, that I bought one that they said was the Bambox was that they had a Nakayama signed book. CGC Signature Series 9.8.
Wow.
And it would not be like any and it wouldn't be any, similar to any other ones. I forgot exactly how they had it worded. Okay, so they make this exact one, except instead of green, it's purple in the back.
Oh, okay.
It's another store exclusive.
There you go.
So I felt a little
Adam,
bit betrayed, but not.
Did you ever get your food?
Yes.
Did they bring you your chicken?
I wasn't there, and yet I still get that joke because
Oh
I've heard it. I've heard it several times now.
Look, I literally we all ordered our food at the same time. The time from order food to get food for most of us, it was like triple that for him for Adam to get his food. And he played it so cool. Like, dude, here's the deal. Like, you're dealing with wait staff, and it's so easy to just get mad and cuss at people. Like, I look over at Adam, I'm like, bro.
I was gonna say George was ready to get mad and cuss at people more so than Adam.
But Adam like cooled me off. I was like, bro, I would be so fucking mad. And he's like, I am mad. And I was like, oh, but he's doing it this way, so I'm gonna.
But I mean, I was not happy, but
yeah.
What is screaming and shouting or even just arguing going to do besides get spit in my food?
Absolutely. Dude, you definitely didn't get spit.
So
they felt bad, so they put crack cocaine in it instead.
Yeah.
So
well,
that's why
they ended up giving it and my drinks to me for free.
That helps.
So there's the win.
That helps a little bit. But
well,
I mean, it wasn't
kind of funny.
Like quick service anyway, because we had a fairly we were getting to the point when we finally got our food of like, okay, this is taking a long time.
Yeah, no, we were very thankful when we got our food.
Yeah,
and then Adam probably initially was like, oh, they ran out of hands, it'll be right up.
That's what I thought.
Yeah,
and then like no. So she was like, oh, they didn't get it. Let me go and get that taken care of. I was like, okay. And then she comes back later. I was like, so I guess they had to redo it. She was like, yeah, you had the mac and cheese, right? I was like, no, I had the burger. She's like, oh, okay, sorry. And then she bolts off.
That's a bad sign.
Yeah, and then it was like another.
And then apparently they gave mine. Somebody else picked it up for another table.
I heard that. Yeah. I heard that.
I will say it was not.
So third time, fourth time, however you want to look at it, was the jar.
Dude, I went to the bathroom like in the middle of all this, and while I was gone, they took my food. Like, I wasn't done eating my macaroni because I had ordered macaroni and cheese, and it was fantastic.
What you mean, the little portion you ate before they took it away?
But I wanted
most of it. Yeah,
but it was so good.
I mean, he ate most of it, but yeah.
Yeah, but there was still 8 spoons in there. Like it wasn't over with.
No.
And I
wasn't even paying attention. Like, it was just gone. I wasn't even paying attention because I was sitting there and I just looked up and it was gone. I was like, "Was George done?" I didn't think nothing about it at the time.
Hey,
another thing that was funny is Jimmy was like, "I'll get your tab." Whenever we got there,
yeah,
they had to split us up because they could only have.
Yeah, they would only split us so many ways.
4 ways, and there was 6 of us. So I was sitting on the side of the gym, and he was like, "I'll just get yours." I was like, "No, I can get it." He was like, "No, I'll get it. That's fine." Like, okay,
that went well for Jimmy. Yeah, that went well for Jimmy.
Free food. Yeah, you were getting it free no matter what. So yeah.
I'm just glad we didn't have to pay for it.
I want to know what con we can get TJ to go to.
We tried to get him to go to C2E2 and he didn't come this time. So
I don't know what they got up in that Michigan area.
Yeah. I think
we got to get him out of Michigan. We got to take him out of Michigan. I'll get Bear is healthy now. We'll get Bear to drag him down there.
I know that No Good Comics got some time.
I got signatures. I go to her table every time. I get a couple signatures every time.
It's got to be a busy table, though, right?
Yeah, Jenny saves JP a chair though, so it was fine.
Is this like Adam and whoever's locked in his basement?
Stephanie Hans. Yeah.
Yes. Dude, he forgot to feed her and she's gone.
That's how it works.
R.I.P. Hans, man. Jesus.
Those...
Went on a little camping trip and he came back and he was like, "Oh, that's right.
All right, still locked down there. My bad."
Yeah, I'd like to go to New York Comic Con. That'd be a fun one, Perry.
That would be fun.
I've never been to New York. That would be good.
But I'd like to go.
Honestly, I don't know that I don't know what I'm gonna do next year for a con. We'll see.
I know I'll go to Planet. Other than that, I don't know.
I'll probably go to Planet. I don't know. I think it's like the week before or after C2E2 also again. So it's like it shoves them. They get all shoved together. So I don't know what I'll do for a con next year. I might just not go to one and just somewhere else.
I don't know how C2E2 is, but I feel like the cons that I know are more like celebrity based and more media based. It's just too much for me. I don't want to go to halls and listen to things. Like I don't want to do any of that. I just like Baltimore. What I liked about it was pretty much just all, items for sale, comics, artists, writers, talent. And that's the focus and the fun of it. It wasn't insanely packed. And WonderCon was kind of like that. San Diego, I mean, I was glad that I went once, but I know why I never went before.
I just looked, and you're right. It's 2 weeks before.
2 weeks. No. I knew it was right in that same time frame.
And MegaCon.
Yeah, it's like they're right back to back.
They're all right back to back.
And WonderCon is right there now too, apparently. So
I would guess before it's done, like I know a few years ago, Planet, which is quite a bit smaller, and C2E2 are on the same weekend, and they ended up moving one of them in order to avoid. I would guess MegaCon and C2E2 move, but maybe not. I don't know.
I don't know what it is about Planet Comic-Con. I've been there twice.
Where's that?
Planet Comic-Con in Kansas City.
Yeah.
That convention wears me out more than any other con I've ever been to. And C2E2 is way bigger.
Yeah.
But for some reason, going to Planet Comic-Con, like, I got to take a rest. Like, me and Adam, like, camped out at a table for, like, 3 hours at one point. We were just tired.
Like an artist table, an artist alley? What do you mean?
No, like a table for a bum. Like,
food table or just a table that you can.
It was off the con floor and down a level. Like you had to get away to go to that table.
Yeah, I remember you guys were like, "We're down here," and I'm like, "You're where?" I didn't even know you could go.
Nice to that table down here, out of the way.
We're sitting next to some stranger. I'm trying to like talk to him, and they're like creeped out. And I'm like, "I'm not hitting on you. Like, chill out. Like, this is friendly as shit. Like, calm down. My wife is here. Settle down."
Was that the? Never mind.
No, say it. It's okay. We're in a.
No, I was thinking wasn't that the one that turned out to be a little simple?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So the girl that I was talking to, and I was not hitting on her. I'm a gentleman, but she may not have had a full deck of cards, like. But I was friendly, and I wasn't like trying to be like weird or anything, but. You're sitting next to someone for so long, you eventually try and talk to them, or at least I do. I'm kind of an outgoing guy.
There's this whole thing where, like, women just fall in love with him. So, if he's around them for too long,
don't narrow him down to just women. Like, let's not pigeonhole guy.
Mostly just his coworkers, I think.
There you go.
Just the one. Well, no, two. I married one of them.
That's fair too.
And the other one was too late.
George is on a very short list as far as people who've been willing to meet me more than one time in person. So it's a short list.
So I'll be honest, like one of my thoughts is that if I don't go to like a big con next year, is I might just come to California and just
go to Disneyland with John.
Like for legit.
Dude, John will bring the kids and meet you at the hotel and give you a giant bear hug.
Yeah.
Right in the middle of the dude. It was such a cool time. Right?
Yeah.
And you've met me, George. You know that's not going to bother me even slightly.
I know that, but I'm just saying, like it was a fun time, and then I got to see him again right after we went to the last C2E2 that we all went to. We went to California, me and the wife, and we went to did we go to 2 stores or 1?
I think it was 2.
Okay.
No, it was just no, it was 2. It was 2. Yeah, we drove around.
And then we were going to hang out. I was going to swing by your place later that week, but we moved our flight because like all of California was starting to close.
It's getting shut down. Yeah, everything was shutting down.
Right at COVID. TJ will never let that one go, man. I had like a a box from CDC. I called it like the Immaculate Package or something, and TJ's got a dirty mind.
George has got the Immaculate Package.
Yep, it's immaculate AF.
Oh, Scott, don't be so hard on yourself.
Immaculate needs a lot of lumps, right?
I don't know if it's just this area where I'm at, but like there's just not, I haven't been meeting up with a ton of community members. So I meet people once, we go to a con, and then go to a shop, and then I don't see him again. I don't see him again. So like it's George, it's JB Discovery Bay.
Did he move to a different state to get away from you?
He did. Yeah, he's not in the state. The Golden Age Guru and Comic Tom. Those are the only people that I've hung out with twice in this community. Nobody 3 times.
What, George, are we up to 4?
Yeah, we're up to 4.
Yeah.
So it helps when you're in somewhat of a vicinity.
Adam and I are at 3, I think.
And Kavi are up there.
Kavi and I are 4. Kavi and I are
because we had that little one at Springfield.
Yeah, we had that little one in Springfield. So
and then 2 Planet Cons.
Have we done, oh yeah, we have done 2. So yeah, we're up to 4. Yeah. So
it's an illustrious list, I think. There, George, you're top of the list there, man.
Yeah, you, Adam, and Kavi are tied, I think, with 4 hangouts. So
I've seen Comic Kid 84 3 times. One of them was he came to my house and hung out for a weekend.
He just showed up. What?
Showed up.
Oh, we went to an AEW wrestling event together.
Nice.
And I no need for a hotel. I got an extra room, so he crashed over here. And
you guys pulled out the futon, read comic books all night.
Yeah, dude, it was nice, man. I like he was a lot of. It was funny. We hung out for a while, and then we eventually watched the Shang-Chi movie.
Mm-hmm.
And he fell asleep in the middle of that, like 20 minutes into it. Like before the bus scene, he fell asleep.
Before the bus scene, that's early.
I know,
very early.
He was just out.
That's a good scene too. Scott, I don't know why you got to bring that up. I mean, my feelings were hurt enough that you did it, but now you got to tell everybody about it. That's like, I don't know why you got to play it like that.
I mean, I can understand that with John.
Against traffic, I know. That cop was really mad at you.
Dude, when we went to C2E2 this year, just a couple weeks ago, Biggie was getting catcalled all the time.
Just the ladies, or just like community members?
Community members recognizing him because he, like, you think like his cowboy hat and his chains are all a gimmick, dude. That's Biggie.
24/7.
Dude, that's Biggie. He's not playing with you, like. So he looks exactly like Biggie Shack.
Was that your first time meeting him?
Yeah, dude.
It was my first time too, and I actually said I think that Jason. I was like, I kind of assumed that it was just an amped up version of himself that he played. I was like, no, it's not. That's Biggie.
I mean, when we went to dinner the first time when he got there, because I hadn't met him before, we go to dinner and he's filming us walking to dinner.
I heard he was like filming everything,
like
with his belt over his shoulder
on his channel while we're walking to dinner, and then he just sits the camera down on the sidewalk,
facing down.
Yeah,
I remember this.
Do something, and then he's talking to us, and it just sits there for like 2 or 3 minutes.
But you act like you haven't watched his channel, because that's his channel all the time.
Yeah, I know.
I've seen him get gas. I've seen him go to Target and complain to customer service and ask for his money back on stuff. Seen him go to the post office.
Yeah,
dude. No, the best. One of my favorite moments in life was listening to Discovery Bay talk about how he doesn't understand how kids can watch other kids play video games. And his wife looked at him and was like, you just watched Biggie Shack buy a pack of cigarettes and fill up his gas.
There it is.
He had no answer. I remember that.
Yeah. No, but when we went to dinner, and I just found this out tonight because I was on another stream with him earlier. At one point, I didn't even know this. He set his phone down, and it was just aimed at me while I'm eating my dinner. So it was like a 10-minute stream of me just
oh my god,
it's so not good. Knowing that there are people watching me and it's recorded for the permanent record. Like I didn't say anything offensive, which is great, but like
that's a note to self. Just don't sit and eat in your biggie because you just never know.
no,
You just never
I
know.
sat in the perfect spot, but I just and then I guess like at some point, like I noticed it. So apparently I got drunk the night because I didn't remember any of this. But
There you go.
like at some point I noticed the cameras at me, and I'm like, "Hey, what's this fucking camera?" And
That was the night you put me in charge of, who was it? Sarah.
Andy's wife.
Andy's wife.
Andy.
Yeah. Like you're in charge of Andy's wife now because Andy was staying back.
Yeah,
and we were all walking.
And his wife wanted to go to the hotel, and she was walking with us, and me and JP and Biggie and Kavi were in a different hotel, but Daymers and Sarah were going to the same hotel. So I tagged Daymers.
It was like, as we were walking off, we was, quite a ways from each other. It's like, Adam, wait. I was like, okay, what? He was like, runs over to me, basically fist bumps me and like, here's the baton. You're in charge of Sarah.
Yikes.
I'm passing you the baton.
Hey, dude, that I just wanted it to be known at that moment that if something bad had happened to her, I was no longer in charge.
It was Damer's fault. So.
I remember John went to the bathroom with one of his kids once and left me with the other one.
I did.
And I turned around and she was gone.
It was hilarious. I came back and he was panicked. I was like, no, she's probably laying down under a table reading somewhere.
And she was so the moment I turned around, she like crouched down to read a book. And I just was like, you can get kidnapped that fucking fast? Are you kidding me?
It's my own fault. I should have prepped him. But these are girls that when I roll into Costco, they just bolt for the table where the books are. They grab books and they go directly under that table and just sit there and read like it's a library. So like people are walking by and back and forth, and there's these sneakers poking out underneath the table where they're just like on the floor reading books.
Oh, dude, it was such a relief when she wasn't kidnapped. Like dude, I
got a backup. Come on.
No, it's funny now, but imagine that conversation if it was that. Like, hey,
I'm never gonna want to imagine that.
No,
I know, but like for me, like, and it would have been worse for you because it's your child, but.
All right, I'm gonna have to go back and clip this moment and make that one of my new when I get a super chat. That's gonna be the next. It would have been worse for you.
Let him go on. Let him finish the sentence. I really want to hear.
No, but I was I was literally in my head, like devastated that this had happened, like in the 5 minutes it took
on your watch. Just like you passed off Andy's wife to Daymers.
But Andy made sure that she was delivered safely, or he at least found a suitable substitute that Andy has not yet discovered.
There you go.
I saw her get off on her floor. I saw her the next day.
Dude, hey, I listened
everything was fine.
My favorite podcast to listen to is called Your Own Backyard. And it takes place in California somewhere, but it's about the disappearance of a girl named Kristen Smart. And it's the best podcast you ever heard in your life. Basically, a dude wished he had more information about this because he was following the story when he was younger, and the kidnapping, the disappearance of her was like 20 years ago. And during his podcast, he solved the case, and now the dude is on trial for the murder and the whatever else he did during that time.
Wow.
But like, Your Own Backyard. If you ever got like,
how do you make more than just like a few episodes out of something like that? Like at some point, it's got to be done, right?
Well, he's a good storyteller, and it was his first ever podcast.
Long-winded, like John.
Yeah, he's a great storyteller.
Just stretch it out.
And he unearthed a lot of evidence that he found. There's an episode, a few episodes devoted to the ineptitude of the local police department. that just walked over evidence and lost evidence that could have solved the crime, 15 years ago. But dude, like stuff like that's in my head, man. I don't want to be so basically, like the dude that did it walked the girl home from a party, a college party, and he was the last one with her. And he did it. Like he'll be guilty here in a couple weeks, but yeah, dude. Like,
and then what's he gonna do with this podcast?
I think he'll pat himself on the back. Like he wasn't intending to have like a world famous podcast. Like it was probably in 2021. It was probably the number one podcast in the world.
Wow, your own backyard.
Your own backyard. It's on every platform, and it's commercial free. Like he doesn't have 4 ads in the middle of each episode. It's pretty good.
I was just thinking if I did it, it would be like she's gone. They never found her.
But dude, it's like an onion, man. It's got some layers to it. Like his parents helped like hide the body and came up with cover stories, and there's a lot of evidence that got lost, and then there's a lot of background for the guy that they think did it, who has technically not been found guilty. If it was cops, they would say he's presumed innocent right now. But there's a lot of
Chris Lambert.
Yeah, Chris Lambert.
I'm just gonna load.
Hey, he's got kind of a funny voice, but like you get used to that, and he is really good. He does a fantastic job. All right. And I'm not like a podcast guy. Like
I am not either, because I usually don't have time to listen to any of them. But my wife is a big podcast fan, so it's like, hey, maybe and true crime, But I mean, I don't know that I need this stuff in my head. But hey, thanks for sharing.
And here's the deal: they don't ever find her body, so you don't get to hear any graphic details of dismemberment. And
even now, they don't know. Even though they got the guy, they don't know.
They've still not found the body. It is a complicated case, but they made a great point. Why should this guy be rewarded for being really good at disposing of a body?
Yeah.
But it is a big key piece of evidence, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Interesting.
That's right.
I think so Hoarder's Hide said Elizabeth Smart. That is a different case. Kristen Smart is the one that I'm talking about.
Elizabeth Smart, isn't she the actress?
No, Elizabeth Smart was also kidnapped. I think she was the one that was found.
Okay.
That's right. I could be mistaken on that.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a big true crime. I don't follow all those things. So,
dude, neither am I. But my wife, when we drove to Planet Comic-Con, my wife played it for me.
Okay.
It's like I forget. It's like a 6 or 7 hour drive, and I was like, man, this is good. I was wide awake the whole time. And
she was kidnapped. Elizabeth Smart was kidnapped at the age of 14 and held for 9 months.
Oh, jeez. Which is amazing that she was alive after all that time. That's
Well, there was the one that was held for like 15 years or something. Such crazy thing.
Something like that.
Yeah, there was what it was held for a really long time. Yeah. I forget.
The thing that gets me the most is that the family that goes along with it. Yeah. I love my kids. I love my parents. I love my brother, all that type of stuff. But I couldn't help them cover up.
No.
But part of it, like if your kid turned into that, part of you might be a little self-conscious of like, how did my kid end up this way? Like, and why didn't I see the signs? And like, dude, things snowball, man. Like,
yeah, and I understand that, and I'm not really faulting the parents, because they're doing what they think they're right. I just,
dude, it's tough. But if you even make the wrong choice on that for a couple of days, you're on the hook. Like you gotta live that life now. But hey, speaking of living life, man, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Are you gonna take the camera with you?
Dude, not this time, baby.
Amanda Berry. Yeah.
Amanda Berry. Is that the long-term one or something? Yeah.
The guy that had the 3 women in his house for years.
Okay. Kristen Smart. Okay. Yeah. I don't usually follow that kind of stuff.
Yet your channel was taken over thanks to D-Run.
Apparently,
this is what it became. Yeah. This is what it became.
Well, my channel was once upon a time taken over by, Utopia stuff. Once upon a time, so
it happens.
This is probably better.
Andy, that's when I need to go back and clip and the breaking of Andy's is used for when
he's never been the same.
No, and then I've never seen Alec happier than in that moment when he got Andy to look that up. I mean, he's grinning. I went back and watched it after Kavi
Cheshire Cat for sure.
Yeah, after Kavi gave Andy that book at C2E2, I went and looked back and watched that because I'd forgotten about that moment. And Alec is legitimately just smiling as big as anyone I've ever seen.
Meanwhile, I'm just laughing because
you're laughing hysterically, which it's why did Andy look this up when you're laughing so hard that he's gonna look this up? So
it is a rare moment, Ryan. That's a rare moment.
I figured out where the Elizabeth Smart connotation as an actress came from. My mind was a combination of Elizabeth Banks and Amy Smart.
Okay.
But neither of them have had anything like that happen to them.
No, but he just said the name, and I was like, isn't that an actress?
Oh, okay. There was some actress or something that went through something.
No, I knew that they hadn't went through anything like that I knew of anyway. But
oh, goodness.
I think JP is wrapping up here.
I am going to wrap up pretty quick because I told Adam before we went live, I saw 4 a.m. last night before I got to sleep.
Hell yeah, you're living the life.
Not intentionally. It was not intentional.
I don't like seeing AM before I go to sleep at night.
No, 4:07 is the last time when I went in and pushed my alarm back as late as I could push it, hoping to get at least some sleep.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Hey, can I show my my new pickup that I was really excited about?
Yeah.
Okay, that wraps it up, everybody. Thanks for coming.
Go.
We're
gonna damn it, John. All right, so I've been after this book for 4 years, and I finally found a copy. And it's
nice. I thought you had that one.
No, I just showed it on IG this week, but
I actually saw that somewhere in a 9.8 and thought you already had it.
Dang it. Man.
Last
I got
fall.
it at a great price. The last sale on this was for $400, and I got it for half. So
nice.
Very excited about that.
It was last fall that I saw that one, and I thought you already had that one, so I didn't even.
What is the significance here of this one? I don't know this one.
Well, it's a new Scarlet Spider, and it's a Mark Bagley cover. It's a 1 in 25 variant.
Okay.
And for me, it is my favorite Mark Bagley cover I've ever seen.
So since it was Scarlet Spider and it's 1 in 25, that means there's 4 copies of it.
Well, there are no, for real. There are 18 9/8s on the census, and they don't come up for sale very often. So
wow.
Now, I will say, yeah. So I think the one I saw was raw. I think, but it was in really good condition, but it was raw. So
yeah, no, and it's in the old case, so I got to get it reslabbed because I hate these old cases. But yeah,
but reholdering goes pretty quick. That's not like a huge.
Hey, CD, they're advertising for reholder is 25 days now. Which
it goes quick.
Not bad. And I had 4 books I submitted at C2E2 that are already in the grading stage, which is.
Did you fast track yours?
I did, yeah, but it still I don't care.
What 15 days at the moment or something?
They're saying right now fast track is 11 working days.
11, okay, yeah, even faster.
But I don't believe it until I see it. So like, if I get my books next week, then it was real. But
So,
hey, and that's for moderns. It's not like all tiers. But
so you guys want to see what came for me today? I actually bought books, like back issues.
yes,
And I was gonna save it for tomorrow, but I'll just do it now. See if you guys even know what these are. I'm gonna guess you guys will know what this is. You guys know what that is?
that is the first
spoiler.
Yeah.
Am I right? Is it Stephanie Brown?
Yes, first Stephanie Brown for spoiler. So, and the second.
Baby. Now here's the deal. The first Stephanie Brown, I love that cover. Like
This one?
yes, like beyond like the key part of it. I just love
It's
that.
a nice cover for sure. I got that one.
Very nice. This is a very nice. This is like 9/8 potential.
Oh my god.
Mine is not.
That
Mine
is
is
a
not
book
that.
I would absolutely slab. I had that as a kid, and I recollected it as an adult because I loved.
So, not a book. It's the first one of the kind of back issue I've bought in a while that's not been like on my list, but it's such a cheap book. And I was never a huge spoiler person. Like, and I missed the whole period, like when she was Robin and then Batgirl. I missed a lot of that.
Yeah.
But that stupid Batgirl series that I just absolutely adore that's going on now, I was like, I have to like complete my Batgirl set and have, because I have Barbara, I have Cassandra, both of them are behind me.
Yeah.
I was like, I have to get the Stephanie Brown one. I have to get her first appearance.
Very cool.
The two of them together shipped was $20.
What do you know about Azrael?
He's a dick when
He's
he
a
becomes
crappy Batman.
He's a butthead to everyone when he becomes Batman. No, grin. Like, I want to see that grin again beside him. And it's a cool figure. You were showing that. Where'd you get that?
I'm very excited about that. I liked Azrael Batman. I didn't want him to be Batman forever.
Right.
But, you know, like it was a cool little reprieve in the Batman story.
Val Kilmer's Batman Forever.
Yeah.
That is correct. Batman Forever for one movie.
It was enough.
You got Nicole Kidman in it. Oh, there you go.
Meridian Chase.
No, Chase Meridian. Yeah,
It's close enough.
That's right. Yeah.
Sam,
what are you
her
digging
back
out over
recently? Like she's been in the comics here in the last year or so, quite a bit.
Did you say what am I digging for?
What are you doing for Damers?
So I sent some comics off at a booth to get graded, and I was looking for the receipt that had the submission number on it, and I can't find it.
Oh,
Look up George. I'm saying George and I got the same glasses. I got the hair now.
oh, hell yeah, dude.
Oh wait, that's not what I wanted to do. I'm messing with I can't drive apparently. Remove.
I don't know what you're doing now. I was gonna be like, oh,
Don't tell my wife.
oh, that's what you're doing. I was gonna split face to face. I don't know.
Oh, no, I
what
was
to do.
gonna
It
do
got a
a
little
little
awkward.
smooch.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to do the half face, and then I couldn't
Oh,
afford
dude,
to.
hey, let's go back to half face. I think that'd be cool. We got to get that.
Yeah,
in.
that's what I was saying.
We're gonna try again. Hang on.
All right. Which way am I going? Wait. I gotta get farther away.
Very good.
I'm clearly gonna win awards for this channel.
This
Clearly,
is why you're the
I'm going to be
award-winning,
the award winner.
award-nominated channel. None of the rest of us are award-nominated channels here. It's just that one.
Hey, from now on, Comigories will be on JP's channel. Sorry, John.
I mean, it's fair. He's got a way bigger audience than me.
No. You get. I don't have any video that gets as many people as come into Comic Wars. I don't think so.
I'm gonna check those statistics.
Yeah, we're gonna check the numbers.
On a live stream, we've
I'm gonna
had
do
like
my own research.
how many you get online? How many do we get for Comic
We'll
Wars?
get like 50 or so.
Yeah. Well, I guess occasionally Catch Your Trash will get that.
But that turns into a lot of different views. It doesn't end at 50 views.
No.
No.
Yeah.
It's 50. It's just 50 people at one time.
Yeah.
Because people jump in and out. At least I do when I'm watching stuff.
So, what was the most people that voted at one time? Did you ever have like a vote where you're like, wow, that was a lot of votes?
Most of the time, I feel like the vote total is low for the number of people that are in the
definitely. Stream. Yeah, there's people that don't vote that just want to watch.
Yeah,
for sure.
Usually, we'll get like between 20 and 30 votes, and you're usually like 40 or 50 people in the stream.
That sounds about right.
And did the link you guys send, was that new with your channel, John, or was that?
No, it had started with Matt. I'd say season 3 somewhere,
right before, right before he went off. Yeah,
and then I just kept it going.
Nice.
So John didn't have to do the count thing.
Oh, dude, not doing the count. Like, here's the deal: you still got to plug in the names and send the link. So there's some work there, but the counting votes
and trying to track is miserable.
And there is, I have seen it before. So the last time Biggie and I went head to head, when I rewatched the stream, Biggie had more votes than me, but I won. Like, so it's not a perfect system.
No,
well, it's impossible.
Well, and there's definitely been times on Comic Boys when I go back and look, and the statistics have shifted.
Oh, yeah.
After this a person won, even on with the voting.
Yeah.
And Biggie is still mad at my book for it was symbiote cover, and I showed my favorite, black suit Spider-Man, which that's not a symbiote, and he's still mad about that to this. Technically,
there was a period of time when Peter had the symbiote was gone, but he was still wearing the black suit.
So technically Biggie was right.
Yeah,
but I was able to. Hey, it's like you always say, you sell the cover.
You gotta sell it,
and it is such a beautiful cover. It's hard to believe.
I feel like there's some nights that like I never know for sure where the chat's gonna go, because there's some nights it's like this is clearly the better book, and it loses because the chat's just like, nope,
they're not having it.
They're not having it.
Dude, I'm victim to that so often, and it's you gotta take you gotta take it not personally. Like,
yeah,
sometimes
like somebody will have a book that is perfect for the category, and the other person will show this book that's not really the category, but it's kind of an eclectic, odd thing,
and they just sell it.
Will just love it.
Yeah, they just sell it because it's like, unexpected, and they just
yeah.
Dude, and
I was honestly surprised Biggie won because he played only big books, and usually that backfires.
But dude, his big books worked pretty good for the.
They did work. They were all appropriate for the categories, but a lot of times big books lose. Like, people will just be like, "Nope."
If it's a key, it's something they've seen a bunch too. They're like, yeah.
And I'm not trying to cheapen his win, but he did have 2 rounds where the other person ran out of time.
Yeah.
You taking shots at your NWO partner here?
I'm not. No, he really did.
He's prepping for Monday. He's gonna be taking shots then. So.
No, but here's the deal. Normally, when that's happened, I've seen the next round always goes to the other person.
There's a guilt
this time of
yeah.
thing. Like, people
he hammered that nail in hard.
Yeah, people usually like to extend the game for another round.
They did not with him.
Which is perfect. Like, it goes to show that it doesn't always happen that way. And I've had people on there like, oh, don't worry, it's always going to the third round. It always goes to third round. Like, well, Biggie Shaq proves it doesn't.
Yeah.
It does not always go to the third round. Actually, particularly in the first half, the first round, a lot of times it does not go to round 3. Now
we just play a shenanigans round.
Yeah. Usually in the finals, it goes to round 3 more often. But in the first level, it often does not go to round 3. We often are just playing for shenanigans on that last one.
So, spoiler alert for Monday, I'm going to do my very best to still play the at-home edition while I'm on the show.
But you win the at-home edition.
I was expecting JP to hold up that Batman
out in the first round.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler. Oh yeah. Sorry.
Spoiler alert right there.
No. Yeah, those two books combined shipped was $20.
Hell yeah, dude. That's a good find.
Worth it.
Yeah.
Dude,
They're both in really nice shape, so I'm like very happy with that. So,
dude, for that first Stephanie Brown, like I just remember that as a kid. I love that cover so much. I really want you to grade that. I'm gonna get one too.
Yeah, if at the moment I am torn because I am a little frustrated with where, like after the C2E2 thing, it's like, and the fact that they just won't admit that they effed it up. Like,
but here's the deal. So I wanted so desperately to make a video about that, but I don't make videos anymore, so I didn't.
Yeah.
But like so many people are mad about the hype behind comics and what goes into whatnot. And I get there too.
I'm not mad about the whatnot stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
But there is also an equal amount of hype behind hating things.
Oh my God. Yeah.
And dude, I saw so many people that jumped on the hate bandwagon for that book that weren't at the convention. They weren't in line to get the book.
Well, let's be honest. Pretty much everybody who was freaking out wasn't there and wasn't in line and didn't want the book.
No.
One thing. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're up.
Okay. One thing I found really funny, and I can't even remember who it was, but one of the biggest, complainers about the whole deal on Instagram, like a couple days later, showed 20 copies of a book he had spec'd on.
Yeah.
And how much they had went up in price. And I'm thinking, you were just complaining about people doing this, basically.
So I had no. If they cut the line, I have a problem with that. But if Black Flag was going, it's on Black Flag at that point. If Black Flag's like you can buy whatever, 99% of the people that were bitching would have bought as many as they could have afforded.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to say 100 because there's never 100, but 99% of them.
This guy would have been in that 99%.
The only people in line that saw any of that were exhibitors that were doing the same damn thing because even with a VIP badge, I was not allowed on the floor yet.
Yeah.
So I have no problem with any of the people that were in line buying 10, 15, 20. Now, if you bought 100 and some odd copies, that's a little ridiculous. But if you bought extra copies because you thought you were going to make money on it, I got no problem with that.
That's a gamble you took.
Yeah. My problem is with Black Flag being shady as F, and then CGC grading that book and then not being willing to admit they made a mistake. Those are my two issues. Yeah. Those are the only two things that bother me.
And one thing that bothers me is the fact that Clayton Crane has gotten hardly any flack at all whenever he owns the company he owns the Infinite Black that published that book.
Yeah, he owns part of that company.
Yeah, he owns part of that.
We're in the era of hypocrisy and impotent rage. Like that's the world that we live in right now. So of course, people like Clayton Crane will get away with it, and everybody wants to blame Comic Tom, who didn't buy a copy of the goddamn book.
Yeah.
Dude, I've seen Comic Tom twice now. And he has always been the sweetest fucking guy.
It's hilarious that he gets the blame.
There are so many people. And I feel bad.
And people are showing up in his chats, giving him grief for it. And it's like, where's your impotent rage for Clayton Crane?
Yeah.
So, and I feel bad because, I finally got to meet Tom very briefly. And I have not, and I've sort of avoided him at both C2E2s that he's been at because I don't really know, and he probably doesn't care. But for somehow the people have latched on that I am
the anti
because I do the review, like I do the look back. The look back has nothing to do with Tom.
No,
it does because he puts out the initial video, and I have made some comments when I've thought, but usually it's more about Key Collector than it is about Tom. That when I've thought that they've said things that were like, okay, you guys are you need to be careful about because they're playing both sides. or Key Collector particularly plays both sides because
Yeah.
he does his alert. He's selling you his alerts and then using Tom to say, look, this paid off. And so that I have a problem with from that standpoint. But I don't have a problem with Tom. And I think that but there's a ton of people that watch my videos that despise Tom
Right.
at a level that it's just unhealthy. It's just did he come and kick your dog? I don't understand. So I do. It did feel weird. I did and I don't even have the picture. Kavi has the picture. There is a picture that exists of me with Tom McDonald, but I don't have it. So look at Bub.
Hey, Bub.
Yeah. Well, here's the deal. So I found out about that exclusive before the con opened. And I actually, I didn't get to the booth, right at 10 o'clock. I got there 10:40, and they were sold out. And you know what happened? I was like, I didn't get it. And I walked away, and I went and did other shit.
So I didn't know I'm not a big con exclusive guy anyway. I'm just not whatever. Unless there's a cover that really I try to avoid those kind of covers just in general. But I got at the con at 10:20, and I had an 8-year-old and a 6-year-old that I was following around, and it's I don't care about any of that crap.
Yeah.
I didn't know the book existed till midday on Saturday when I ran into Andy and he was talking about it. And this is before all the crap hit the fan.
Right.
And he was like, "Oh, I was able to get in line." I was like, "Good for you." And I was like, "Whatever." I don't care.
The last time we all went to C2E2 together, there was that yellow Wolverine, which they were selling all day.
You could have gotten that on not just Friday, Saturday, and I'm pretty sure there were some people that still bought it Sunday first thing.
Yeah, and I missed out on that one. So when I heard about this one, I was like, oh, I'm gonna walk up there and go get one, and they'd already sold out, and I was like, it's fine. No, hey, dude, Tom is content. If you see Tom's video about what books are hot and you go buy those books, you will get burned because those books have already blown up. He does not tell you.
I will say, Tom puts himself Tom's very enthusiastic, but he does often say if you watch, because I watch all the videos, I watch all of those because I do the look back. Almost every episode he mentions, not every episode, but he mentions a lot that this is not the time to buy.
Yeah.
He mentions it. Now, he also sometimes goes off the this book is finally getting love and we should go after, he does that too. So, but part of that is just he's his
saying something's finally getting love isn't saying go out and buy every copy of it.
Yeah. Exactly. So he gets dude, is Tom perfect? Does Tom do things that I at times am yes. Is Tom this? There's a group of people that watch my channel that I've seen on Instagram that think Tom is ultimate evil, and that is not the truth.
Yep.
He is just reporting.
Yeah.
The numbers show he may in fact be the Antichrist. No, dude, Tom is a nice person that has a YouTube channel that probably inspired a lot of other people to make a YouTube channel. I started my channel because I was trying to figure out how to grade a comic book. And it was a sketch cover. And I was researching the companies that will verify a signature that they didn't witness. And it turned into CBS versus PGX. And Tom had a video that just murdered PGX.
I remember that video.
Dude, it was amazing. And it's not on his channel anymore. He took it down because it was so fucking brutal. Not that he was not hateful. He was Tom. but he put his effort and energy into reporting on something, and it was really detrimental to PGX.
Yeah.
But he was reporting on things that were either accurate or being reported to him. Like, so he was reporting on things. He was not being a scumbag. But I saw that and I was like, fuck, I could do that. And I can't. but he makes it easy. He's got that energy. He's just a natural, like he's a good dude. I don't know how else to put it. Like, here's the deal. Like, when you're talking about the dinner where Adam didn't get his food for a while. The first dinner I went to at C2E2, I'm eating dinner with Tom and Fire Guy Ryan and
wasn't Gem Mint was there, yeah.
Yeah, Gem Mint, Bueller was there, Cobby, and everyone I know, almost everyone I know. And we didn't know this until later, but they wouldn't split the tab at all. And they put it all on Comic Tom. And dude, Comic Tom, I could tell you right now, was fucking livid. And he was still being a sweetheart. Like, he had every right to be just mad as fuck. Like, dude, here's the deal. I bet you right now he does not know my first name. I walked up to the table. He hugged me like I was a long lost cousin. And I was on his tab. And he didn't get belligerent, which is all I would do. I would only be belligerent in that moment. I would still be there right now arguing with their manager. And he was debating, and he was trying to make his point so that he didn't have to put like $4,000 worth of food and drinks on it. And I don't know the total. That was a spitball number. But he was a sweetheart the entire time. And here's the deal. Everyone that was on his tab, and everyone I know that was on his tab paid him cash, so because we were not looking for free food at, like, it's not why we went there. Like, I went there because I found out we were meeting up with Jimmy Geek Aficionado.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, hey, it's Tom. Oh, hey, it's Fire Guy Ryan. Oh, hey, it's Bueller. Oh, it's Gem Mint. Like, what the fuck am I doing here? I haven't made a video in a year.
But I wish I would have got there early enough to go to that.
Oh, it was a fun time, but at the same time, like, it was awkward because like I could have taken that tab on my card, but then I probably wouldn't have been able to do anything for the rest of the con until I got money moved around a little bit.
Sure.
Yeah.
And that happened to Tom, and he was still fucking cool about it, and so I know a lot of people, you can't convince them otherwise, but he's a nice guy.
Anytime you have success, there's people that can't wait to tear you down. And again, like, is Tom perfect? No. Like, does he do things that I personally like? Do I wish that some of the times when he would report on the books that are hot, that he would take a different tone? Yes. And I think at times, but some of that I think comes from Key Collector and everything. And some are just because he's enthusiastic. And the reason he has a crap ton of viewers is because he's this ball of energy on his videos.
Yeah.
That I can't replicate and don't want to. But there are definitely people that just want to take shots. It doesn't matter what he does. And that's crap, in my opinion. Like, that's just absolute crap. And yeah, like you said, like, the negativity in response to this whole thing that was on Instagram that was directed at those people from people that had no idea what the F happened. In truth,
people that weren't even there.
They weren't even there and had no shot to get that book.
So the one thing that opened my eyes, and I didn't know that this happened, is, and I could see it happening between two comic book dealers, but you can, like, basically a lot of these influencers that got hammered after the fact were already at the con on the floor before the doors opened. Right. And they were able to make arrangements to buy X number of books before the convention opened. And to me, that is a bad practice.
Yeah.
On
It's gone on forever.
On the company that sold them.
Yes.
That Black Flag should have said, no, we've got customers coming in. They only had 750 books. It's not like they were going to run out of their con exclusive Miles Morales book. Like, that was not going to.
We weren't going to have any trouble selling that. No.
Yeah. They had 750 and they started selling them at 85 a pop. So they were going to get their money back after the first 4 sales. All right. Yeah. So the blame to me goes to them, but not all of it, because I don't think they knew it would be that controversial and that hate filled. Like
they knew they were doing a book without Marvel's permission.
Correct. But dude, I would piss on Marvel if I got the chance. I don't give a fuck. Like I will do all the dirty things. Like, you can't put me in charge of anything that is not wildly regulated. All right. Like, my job, like, I have to take a drug test, so I'm not taking drugs. You know, like I'm covered at my work. Like, they're gonna watch over me. But you put me in charge of some shit that's fun, I will do all the fucking dirty things. I don't care. I will be the most corrupt human you've ever met.
Well,
people are only as honest as you allow them to be.
And here's the thing. We bitch and moan, and a lot of people bitch and moan about this shit. If there was no market, they wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Like, this book is a book that literally Black Flag's been sitting on for a year because they couldn't freaking sell it. And they slap a fake patriotic thing that didn't go to any kind of charity. Flag was wrong. Everything about it was wrong. And people couldn't eat that shit up fast enough.
Dude, it could have been a Russian cover. I like plastic covers. Dude, I hear chromium or acetate. The 90s in me just goes, ah! I was all like, I didn't care what it was going to. It could have been going towards hatred, and I would have bought that thing. Like, if they had one for me, I would have bought it. Like, you know, I don't know, man. Here's the deal. I thought Black Flag was dirty for it, and I feel bad for Skeff and Nerdic.
You know what? Skeff has kind of gotten off pretty soft, I feel like compared to the other.
He's gotten off soft, but he hasn't done a lot since. Like, I think
he's kind of went into hiding.
I have saw a lot of Instagram posts and YouTube comments and stuff that were very anti-Skeff.
Well, I guess I haven't seen as much of the anti-Skeff as I've seen. Like, I've seen more anti-stuff to, like, that skeleton key that wasn't even there, and Tom that didn't buy a copy, and
that whole whatnot lineup.
Yes, I've seen more negative to them, the ones that weren't there or didn't buy a copy, than there was to Skeff within the whatnot crew.
But dude, you look at Skeff, like, he was,
but he has been in hiding. You were absolutely right. Yeah, he didn't go on Andy's show when Andy talked about it.
Yeah, but dude, Skeff, like, could have been anyone. Yeah. Like, he a channel that's not new, but he's not like a seasoned veteran either. Like, he got a channel, a lot of unboxings. It got really hot, dude. If you put me in that spot, if I was Skeff, I'd have bought 400 of them. All right. And then I would have been like, oh shit, I bought the most controversial book. I hope I can still sell it. And I hope he does. I hope he makes a ton of money off of it. I really do. Like
here's the thing. The book's still selling. People are still paying $400, $500, $600 for the damn thing.
I hope he makes $1 million off of it. I really, and I mean that legitimate. That's not a side slap.
And I go back to the point I made earlier that John was like pointing at me for. It's like 99% of the people bitching and moaning would have done the same damn thing if they had the opportunity.
Yeah, well, dude, and I was gonna buy 2. I was gonna slab one and sell one, and I was gonna like let the sale pay for the first one. But, like, you know, if I had, you know, 85 times 100 to buy 100 of them, I would have done it. Like, why wouldn't I? Why? That's easy money, dude. Like that. I want more money. I love money. You know what I do with money? Oh
Spend
my God. I buy food and beer and comic books. It's the best. Oh, I want money. Let me have more of it, please.
Weed is good.
Well,
I'm so
Mary's still here laughing at us. So.
But yeah,
Dude,
I still don't know where I
outstand
stand
anyone.
on the CGC
Who
thing.
I love
Part
you.
of it.
The bourbon talk ended like an hour and a half ago. 2 days.
Oh yeah. Well, I just commented because I had gotten off the stream. So my wife is sick right now. She just started coming down with whatever she has. Hopefully not COVID, but
Yeah.
we'll get through it. And I had to get off the Biggie stream, and then she tells me like what her symptoms are, and I was like, oh shit, I'm not standing anywhere near you. Like, I'll get you whatever you want, but we're gonna keep a distance. And then I like sat on the couch, and I'm like, oh, JP's got a whiskey show. And yeah, now here I am. I love whiskey.
You're not
Absolutely, TJ. Absolutely.
I do think that maybe some of it was in order to help sell the books they were going to do the next weekend, but I do think it probably blew up on Black Flag more than what they originally intended or wanted.
It was an illegitimate book, so they've probably gotten a little bit of trouble on that front.
I don't know. That's because they've gotten into mud. I mean, Marvel sent out a thing basically saying, don't do this. But they didn't.
And saying basically updating the rules to specify that you shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Is what they did. They didn't even necessarily say that they were in the wrong before. They just said, we don't intend you to do this now.
Yeah. You can't do this going forward.
So
I'll bring it back. It was legalese, right?
They were mad about it, but technically, and everybody's saying it's, a fake book and all that type of stuff. But technically, it sounds like to me they didn't legally break any of Marvel's rules doing it. They broke Marvel's intentions
and feelings.
But, and now if they were to do the same thing again, they would break their contract with Marvel. But I don't think at the time legally they broke any.
There doesn't appear to be a lawsuit yet. Marvel hasn't sent them a cease and desist.
Yeah, like TJ said, Marvel said moving forward.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't know what to think about CGC.
I don't know anything about. I don't know for sure about that last. So, that was like scumbag move. The CGC thing, I still think, to me, the way they just made up that list of rules. These are the rules we followed to do that, which were clearly made up after the fact.
Yeah. I will concede that easily.
So lame to try to justify why they gave it a blue label.
But
it was
to defend them on the first ones on the blue label. If I'm running a company and I get a book that's one of 10,000 variants that month, and it's from the book publisher, and they're saying it's a legit book.
That's their job. I mean,
understand.
I'm not saying that mistakes can't happen.
You know how many I've sent in, books I've sent in that were like the first graded?
Business is based on we know what's going on with these books and that we can give you a proper assessment of this book, whether it should be that. That is their whole entire business. And if you want to say that, and I feel like that's where I think, particularly now that Blackstone or whatever the heck is in charge, where it's more about money.
Oh, Blackstone, yeah.
Yeah, that I would have preferred you know what? We hear the complaints. You guys have a point. We probably should have done that, made sure that this was Marvel approved, made a legitimate effort to have a mea culpa. and say, you know what? Yeah, going forward, we're not going to honor this kind of thing. But they didn't. They just kept doubling down that, and they threw out those random ass rules.
Stanley was trying to thwip you. Oh, jeez, the Rancor.
Rancor out of the Walmart pack. Here's also got
Sentinel is blasting you.
I got giant labbits.
You can't get Azrael Batman. Azrael Batman trumps all.
I don't think that's even true. I don't think Azrael Batman even trumps Batman.
No, Thanos, Darkseid, whoever you want.
Ooh.
Like, line them up. Oh, yeah, no, he's dead too, Adam. I'm sorry.
I got Infinity Gauntlet Hulk.
I got you beat. Where is it?
He's gonna flex the gauntlet.
So weird. What is that show deteriorated to?
I found this statue in Mexico. Look at his belt. Painted all wrong.
Like he's wearing like high top underwear.
It's off brand Superman.
Oh, dude.
It's Superman.
Superman.
I had to haggle like a sumbitch to get this. Yeah, very good.
I was gonna go. Oh, what we got here?
We'll just leave him there.
Negan blowing up somebody's head.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's gross, man.
Oh man,
that's
graphic.
See,
all right.
It actually came with a Todd McFarlane signed.
Why is he signing?
Because he made the statue.
Oh, because it was McFarlane's voice.
Yep.
Okay, gotcha.
One of 4,000. No, 1,000.
I remember I did he started off the current wave of CGC private signings.
Yeah,
that they've been doing recently since COVID started.
The 8 million.
He signed half the books Todd McFarlane and half the books T McFarlane.
Yeah,
that's signed T McFarlane.
Yeah, and I got a Todd McFarlane signature out of that. I would have been so mad if it was a T McFarlane. I would have been just like I'd have been Black Flag Comic Tom mad. If I'd have got a fucking T McFarlane. You kidding me right now?
Oh my god.
That was part of the reason why I bought those two statues. Was number one, they were on gigantic clearance from Skybound, and they came with an auto that was cheaper than buying just his auto.
Yeah.
Then also bought a
Night Magic Lasso.
Later, Lasso.
Later.
This beer is for you, Lasso.
He just opened a new beer. All right.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Also bought a Sin City statue that came with a Miller autograph.
Oh, nice.
What was it of?
Of Marv.
Marv. Nice.
I love the Sin City movie so much. I never read the book until after the movie, but I remember like I watched it with my wife and her friend way before I got married, and she's like, "Oh, that I could see how that'd be a good movie for someone that had a low attention span." And she like wasn't trying to be funny, and that cut deep. It's like,
Just like.
Oh, it was I took a hit, a direct hit.
Just like shanked you. Just
So Eric So was the one that designed it. 950 of them, but I caught it.
Nice.
And actually, they're still in the box, but it came with Band-Aids that you could put on him.
Oh, nice.
I love it. Yeah, what's Marv without the Band-Aids, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's up, Brandon?
I heard bad things. I heard bad things about the second Sin City.
I'm trying to remember if I even saw the second.
I never
did.
Seen
the second one.
No.
Have you
I
not?
saw the second 300.
Yeah, I never watched it.
I didn't see the second Sin City.
It's not
the only redeeming thing of the second 300 was Eva Green, And so,
I would say the second Sin City I liked better than the second 300.
yeah. Well, she was in the second Sin City too, so yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, she was literally the only redeeming factor of the second 300. It was that bad. It was bad. But I don't think I've ever seen the second Sin City.
Yeah, I skipped that one.
I don't think it was bad. I meant, I'd probably recommend it to the people that like the first one.
Yeah. The Sin City one, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I own the first one. I liked it a lot.
If you like the first one, then you're probably going to like the second one. I mean, it's sort of like a normal sequel. Yes, it has that huge drop off from the first one. But
my first sequel ever seen was Terminator 2 Judgment Day. So
I saw that before I ever saw Terminator.
That's a high bar.
Yeah.
Me too. And for me, the first one, when you know the whole story behind it, first one was a miracle. It was such a long shot of a movie to even be made. It was such a low budget. It's fantastic. But Terminator 2 Judgment Day might be a perfect movie.
Perfect?
Yeah, perfect. Find a hole.
That's what she said.
She's never said it to me.
I will say that was not the first sequel I saw. I'm pretty sure Empire Strikes Back would have been the first sequel I saw of something. Well, I know I saw that way before I saw Terminator 2, but
yeah.
Oh man! All right, fellas, I was up. I did not sleep last night, so I appreciate you hanging out with me. I appreciate Perry. What were we going to call him?
All my toys back up.
Oh, Grandmaster Perry. I appreciate Grandmaster Perry hanging out with us all evening. TJ hanging out with us. Lasso hanging out with us. Bumbling Brandon coming in here at the end. Who Dat was here for a little bit. Bub was here for a little bit. Appreciate y'all hanging out on a Friday. This was technically supposed to be like a bourbon discussion. It was good. I liked it. Adam did good.
Yeah.
In this random
it was.
I would recommend if you stumble across it. I don't know what you paid for them, so maybe I wouldn't. Maybe it's
what they normally go for. If you found any pricings on websites and stuff. I think it was
I don't know what they charge for their cast strength, but yeah, it was good.
They seem to charge about the same price for everything they make. I saw right about 80 on everything.
Yeah. So 2 hours is I'm lazy and a slacker, so I only do 2 hour streams. I don't do the marathon 9-hour old wolf
chess. The 3-hour chess games.
3-hour chess games. Yeah. I'm not up to that. I'm not to that level. So all right. Later, everybody.
Later.
What were we gonna say, George?
War.